Here are 3 photography retreats you should consider attending for 2024. A couple of weeks ago, I gave you guys my top conferences to attend for 2024. In fact, I'm actually recording this right before it's time to catch my flight to WPPI, so I gotta hurry up and finish this. But our industry is filled with so many amazing learning opportunities that there are just too many to list. But here are 3 retreats I think you should consider attending for 2024. Now, I categorize these as retreats simply because they don't have a dedicated expo hall like conferences typically have. And I'm sure there are a ton of others that I'm not gonna list here today, but if you want a full list of all of the conferences, workshops, and retreats you should consider attending, then be sure to join my exclusive Facebook group, and I'll have a link to them all inside there. Now, in no particular order, first up, we have Not a Conference. NAC is hosted by Taylor Jackson alongside the team over at Focal. If you aren't familiar with Focal, Focal is an AI web development company making amazing websites for photographers, but I have a full video about that here on the channel, so go check that out for more details. Anyway, NAC doesn't have a dedicated city at which they host their event. In fact, when I attended last September, it was held in Banff, and they had actually had an event in Maui earlier that year. Now, this event really resonates with me because it's destination, and as you know, I host destination workshops every year. But the event itself is 2 days, and each of those days is filled with classroom learning and hands-on training where we're out on location shooting at some of the most beautiful locations that you can find in that particular destination. On the shoots themselves, the attendees are broken up into 4 groups, all of which who are with a designated instructor. Each of those instructors give their take on photographing a couple in that particular scene, and then after a particular amount of time, then the groups rotate so that each group can have dedicated time with each instructor. I think that's super cool because now you can get a different take on how each photographer would handle shooting a couple in virtually the same environment. Now, this event is priced at $1,400, and at the time of this recording, there are no dates or locations listed for 2024, but definitely keep your eye out for it. Before we move forward, shameless plug, don't forget I will be hosting the Boca Academy Photo Summit here in Atlanta August 12th through the 14th. I'm super excited to be hosting you guys here in Atlanta, and I look forward to everything that's gonna happen at the event. Now, just so you know, the early bird pricing for the Boca Photo Summit ends on March the 20th, so go on over and register before you miss out on that deal. Next up, we have the Photo Cookout. The Photo Cookout is hosted by photographer and Sony ambassador Dr. Tamaya Colvin. Over the years, she's submitted a reputation of helping budding photographers grow profitable businesses through her educational masterminds, and the Photo Cookout is part of that initiative. And the Photo Cookout is just how it sounds. It's like a family reunion with photographers. As a matter of fact, there are a lot of photographers that I only get to see once a year, and that's at the Photo Cookout. In previous years, the event bounced around in different cities, but it looks like it's found a home in New Orleans. Now, this is a 3-day event which is preceded by none other than a cookout and provides classroom lectures and hands-on education by some of the leading photographers of color in the industry. I myself have had the pleasure of being an educator at the cookout in years past. If you're looking for a chilled, laid-back photography education experience and you have a craving for a little bit of soul food, then you definitely want to check this out. I believe the cookout is priced at about $1,250, and at the time of this recording, there's no dates or pricing information online for 2024, but it's always held that second week in October, so I'm pretty confident that it'll be the same time this year. Now, the cookout is also a 501(c) charitable organization, so you can actually visit the website and apply for a scholarship for the event. And again, if you want a full list of all of the conferences, workshops, and retreats you should attend for 2024 and beyond, then visit my Facebook group, linked down below, and I'll have a full list there for you to download. And last but certainly not least is AIBP. AIBP is the Association for International Boudoir Photographers and is founded by Boston-based boudoir photographer Sean Black. I've never attended AIBP, although I wanted to the past couple of years, but I had other events that were conflicting with those dates. But AIBP has a special place in my heart simply because it's in Boston, and that's where I lived when I was younger. Just like the other events, AIBP includes lectures and hands-on training. That way you can learn to run your business and add some great images to your portfolio. Over the past couple of years, I've had the pleasure of becoming friends with some of the speakers who are typically at AIBP, and they are absolutely dominating their markets both creatively and as business owners. Aside from being a retreat, you can also join AIBP's association, where you'll be listed on the International Directory of Boudoir Photographers. You can take part in a 4-week mentorship program and indulge in members-only education. For 2024, AIBP will be held in Boston, November 8th through the 11th. It's priced at $2,000 and there are payment plans available. I will actually have the pleasure of being a speaker there for 2024, so I hope to see you there. But if you have any questions about these retreats or have any suggestions for any other retreats that I should consider, then be sure to comment down below.